Michelangelo reportedly described his process for sculpting the statue of David by saying, "I didn't create it. He was already in there. I just chipped away everything that wasn't David." That metaphor is powerful. The idea that masterpiece already exists inside the marble and the artist's task is not to add, but to remove. For creatives, this is a hard truth. We are trained to add layers to the score, add adjectives to the script, add flourishes to the performance, add brushstrokes to the canvas. But often the highest level of artistry is restraint. For actors, it's not about adding masks, it's about dropping them. For writers, it's realizing that one sentence too many can dilute the impact. For composers, it's knowing that silence can say more than a crescendo. Sometimes the extra note is noise. Sometimes the extra word is ego. Sometimes the extra effort is fear disguised as productivity. And this principle extends beyond art, career, relationships, calling. We tend to think fulfillment comes from accumulation, more opportunities, more connections, more visibility, more success. But what if the masterpiece of your life isn't built by addition, but revealed by subtraction? Sometimes we choose the chiseling. We step away from what no longer aligns. We say no, we simplify. But other times life does the chiseling for us. Loss, closed doors, disappointment, grief. And when that happens, it doesn't feel artistic. It feels confusing, unfair, and painful. But if we zoom out and see our lives as our greatest creative endeavor, then maybe the taking away isn't destruction. Maybe it's revelation. Maybe what's being removed was never truly us. The roles that were costumes, the ambitions that were borrowed, the identities that were armor. And underneath that, the truest version of you. Not constructed, discovered. Not manufactured, but revealed. The marble doesn't panic when the hammer strikes. The masterpiece doesn't resist the chisel. What if the very things being taken away from you are shaping you into who you were always meant to be? For creatives, especially where so much of identity is tied to output, this is terrifying, but it's also freeing. Because your value is not in how much you can add to the world. It's in who you were when everything unnecessary has been stripped away. The art of subtraction isn't minimalism for its own sake. It's clarity. And clarity is where the masterpiece lives.